Hey, welcome back to my channel. You are now tuned in to Amnesty Nail World on YouTube. Today we're going to go over brushes. We're going to start with the basics this year, 2021. I sure hope y'all all had a very, very happy new year bringing in this year. And we're going to just get straight into this. So we're going to start off with the parts of a brush. First of all, you have your handle. Then you have your crimp. Then you have your ferrule. Then you have your heel. The bristles are on the end of the brush, followed by your belly, which is going to hold your liquid, your monomer, okay? Then you have your toe, tip, or foot, whichever way you like to call it. And we put it all together, and those are the parts of a brush. So all brushes from Amnesty Nail World, me, Amnesty Cosmetics, they're going to come with the brush size, the brand, name, and then the logo. All brushes sizes 10 through 16 come with a cap, as you can see here. It should be a little snug when you first get it. Of course, the more you use it, the looser it's going to get. They're going to come with a little PVC piping over the bristles just to try to keep them together. Don't be like me and put the pipe back on, because then your bristles are going to flare out like I did, because yeah. So when you take this off, you want to cut it off at the ferrule part and not the bristle part, so you don't cut your bristles up trying to remove that. And I do offer sizes 10, 12, 14, 16, and 22 on the website. It will be linked down below in the description. So just taking a look at the brushes, they're all going to be a similar length, but then the actual bristles are going to be smaller or bigger depending on the brush size. Don't worry about those flyaways. We don't need to cut them. We're going to tame them. Brushes usually come with a little bit of starch on the end of them, a little powdery substance. That just keeps the bristles together nice and neatly during transport. So all you need to do is flick some of that powder out with your hand and use some really, really warm to hot water and soften it up and wet it. You want to go in on a paper towel and pull through, just not too, you don't want to be too rough, but you want to get some of that cornstarch out of those bristles. And then you want to repeat this process as many times as you like, just until you're comfortable with it, okay? There's no limit to how many times you can do it. It's as many times as you like. And as you can see, it's getting clean, baby. It's getting clean. You don't need soap with this, okay? I know some of y'all out there washing chicken with Dawn dishwashing soap, but you don't need any Dawn soap for this chicken recipe, okay? You just need some warm water, a nice paper towel that is clean, and that's it. So I'm showing you how to do it with a larger brush as well. You just want to fan it out and kind of burp it. That's when you just press down and allow the air bubbles to come out. We'll go over that in another video. But I'm just cleaning off that liquid, and then we're going to start forming and shaping and training this brush. And I prefer personally to train my brush while wet with water prior to putting it in the monomer, because I just feel like it just does something special to it. I don't know. I may be just making up something as I go, but I just always have done it that way. Some people like their brushes completely flat, or you can pull in the sides just like this, and it will allow your belly to be a little plump and have your tip of your brush nice and flat for you. So I'll show you how to do that again. You're going to pull in the sides and then press lightly into the tip of it so that you can have a nice flat tip, toe, or foot. Remember, we went over the names of the parts of the brush a while ago, so keep up with me now. Keep up. You just want to repeat the process until you are satisfied, and that is it. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's how you do that. But we're not done yet. We're not done. We're still here. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. Okay? And while we're here, did y'all subscribe? Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. on what you think I should do next as a video, and I will add it to my suggestion box. I'm going to try to get all the suggestions, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to all of them. But yeah, so this is the size 16 brush. And as you can see, the hairs on it are a little thicker. She thick. She thick. She thick compared to this size 10 right here that I'm doing now. As you can see, it's a size 10. So you can see the differences in the sizes of the bristles. Bigger the bristles, bigger the belly, the more liquid you're gonna hold. After you are satisfied with the shaping, dunk it in the monomer. Just dunk it in. All that hard work is not gonna go down the drain. Put it in the monomer. Now we're going to continue the training process, and now we're gonna train with monomer. I advise you to put on some chemical resistant gloves for this part, but I'm a thug and I'm a savage, so I'm doing it without gloves. Yeah, don't be like me, be better than me, okay? You just want to form it to how you want it, set it and forget it. Let that dry, okay? Let that dry, or, get itself together before you just jump into doing some nails with it. All right, so now I'm going to explain to you how to pick a brush that you want. It's going to be based off of how you hold it in your hand. This is a small one, so it's like similar to holding a pencil or a pen, and it all is going to depend on how you hold it while you are working on a client, and if it's comfortable or not. The ferrule part, the handle being, just dangling on the back of your hand. Sometimes you want a heavier handle, sometimes you want a lighter handle. It's all going to depend on the person and the size of the brush as well. I personally don't even use the little brushes anymore because I am just so comfortable with using my 22. But as you can see, the larger the number of brush you go up, the bigger the furrow is going to be. That furrow size is going to really, really come in handy when you're working on a lot of clients back to back, or even if you're just practicing at home a lot. You don't want to be holding a brush that may get uncomfortable after a while, because ergonomically, that brush is going to make your hands cramp up. So we got to work smarter, not harder in this industry, okay? So, moving on. The bristles of a brush matter as well. Everybody says they sell Kolinsky, but not everybody sells pure Kolinsky. Even if it's on the handle, that doesn't mean it's pure Kolinsky. A lot of times they have synthetic brushes or mixed blend. So you just gotta get what works for you, okay? And you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of lack when you're bending your bristles side to side. You want to be able to fan them out, and they shouldn't be falling out all over the place and getting all flaky. It's just baby, Is your hair and your head moisturized right now? Make sure your brush is moisturized as well. We gotta take these things into account, okay? I'm just here to educate and elevate you. So when you play around with a brush like that, it should go back to its original state without any hassle, okay? Just so simple. Like I said, I use a size 22 as a perfect personal preference, and 22 is going to pick up a really good big bead for you, because you see that big old belly on it? It's going to pick up a big bead. All right. All my brushes also come pre-pinched. See that little part right there on the furrow, right before the heel? That's a pinch line. All my brushes come pre-pinched to help you with your training. So right now I'm just going to show you guys how to pick up the different size beads. You don't want to drag it like this, okay? You don't want to drag your brush across, because that's just not going to give you a really good bead to work with once it's time to work with it. You also don't want to do this. That right there? Don't dunk it in there. That's not a bead or a pearl. That is a mess. That's what that is. That's a mess. Don't do that, okay? You want to pick up your liquid and you want to pat. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the more you pat, the more product you're going to pick up. But we're going to do a whole video on ratio, so don't worry. Don't worry if you're struggling. I got you, okay? All right? Other girls, guys, and theys, I got y'all all, okay? We's and thems, Baby, we ain't discriminating over here. I got all of y'all. Give me some time. You know, if you watch my last video, you know I've had a pretty hectic life so far, you know. You know what's going on. So going through with all the different sizes, starting off with a size 10, your brushes little on these, okay? You're not going to be able to pick up a real big bead. You got baby beads, to each his own. But I got you. And I got the products for you, okay? That's what size bead you're going to typically pick up, is that one right there. All right? The next size is going to be that size 12. We're bumping up, all right? You're going to pick up a bead with that one, and it's going to look like this, and so on and so forth. So just sit back, relax, and watch me pick up a few beads, all right? So right now I am leveling out the powder just so that you guys can see how far into the powder I do place the brush. And you want to try to keep your powder leveled out so that you can kind of control your ratio. But again, we're going to go over all of that in a different video. All right, so there you have it. I've explained to you guys how to look at the different types of bristles and different sizes, how to identify the parts of the brush so it won't look like I'm speaking a foreign language. And I really thank you guys for tuning in, hanging out with me. Be sure to subscribe if you hadn't already. Like, comment, share this video with somebody you think this information will be helpful with. And I'll see y'all next time on the next video. Bye.